So we're back working on this 2017 Cherokee. I did the rear knuckle bushings. I've done the passenger or driver's side. New brake caliper, new brake pads, new rotor. The other side, it needs a wheel bearing. Still got it apart. The brake pads had fallen apart inside the caliper. The caliper is sticking. The rotors are rusty. So we're putting calipers on it. I got to get a wheel bearing tomorrow. And this differential leak, we're going to monitor the level. This bushing here is good. This bushing is good. This is a bonded bushing, the upper one. Didn't disturb the camber adjustment or toe adjustment. So hopefully the wheel alignment won't be too bad afterwards. Let's have a look at the bushings I changed. So there's the bushings. All of them are compromised. This one is actually pretty decent, but the rest of them are all shot. You got to press them in and press them out, and it's challenging. They're tight in there, boy. Here's the finished product. The retaining bolt for that brake cable or brake hose bracket was broken off, so I drilled another hole beside it and tapped it. I tried to drill the bolt and I couldn't get it out. Yes, we need a wheel bearing. So that wheel bearing is shot. The driver's side one was smooth and quiet, so I reused it. Man, was that tight coming out of that aluminum knuckle. I used the bolt trick through here with a nut on the back pushing on the flange. I tried with the air hammer and I got Big Bertha there, but it wouldn't budge. In fact, the reluctor magnet flaked off, which is a common failure. Well, we'll hopefully get a wheel bearing tomorrow. So I'm replacing this left or right rear caliper, and I take the caliper motor off and it's full of brake fluid. Now it was working, but it shouldn't be full of brake fluid. So I'm going to put it on, but we may end up changing this caliper. So we're going to see if that brake caliper responds. We got it all back together. I haven't bled the brake yet. Maintenance close. Let's go have a look at the brake caliper and see if the piston extended. Yes, it did. It did extend. So I'm going to retract and extend it one more time. So I'm going to use a scan tool to apply the right actuator. Exit. Functional tests, service procedures, continue, continue. Let's go maintenance open, continue. What did it say there? Conditions not correct. Negative response. Maybe I have to retract the right caliper piston first. Release right actuator. Good. Well, we're going to bleed the brakes and see how the brakes work after. But it appears to be functional. Let's try applying the left caliper. Left actuator, apply left actuator. Exit. Continue, we're going to retract the release left actuator. Exit. Well, it seems to be working, but I'm going to warn the customer there could be a problem with the brake fluid entry into that motor. I drained it out and blew it out as best I could. Let's bleed the brakes now. There's my setup for pressure bleeding. I like to pressure bleed because I'm one-man operation, and it's actually quite fast. And you can let it run until clean brake fluid comes out too. It's a good way to flush old brake fluid out of the system. I got a couple of liters of new brake fluid in that bleeder bowl. That's good. So we both bled fine. Now we're gonna make sure that they work. Well, it obviously has to go for a wheel alignment, but the left rear wheel is definitely not cambered in like it was before, and the right rear wheel is almost perfectly vertical. So we're going to send it for a wheel alignment, but I expect it'll be fairly close. We're going to take it for a road test now. Brakes work fine. So before I lift it in the air, I noticed the rear wheels are cambered in, which probably indicates that the bushings in the rear knuckles are shot. You can see that wheel leaning in. Well, the steering wheel is pretty much centered, just maybe slightly to the right. But like I said, we got to go for a wheel alignment. Brakes work fine. So I just got back from about a 10-kilometer road test. Brakes feel fine, steering feels good. Got to send it for a alignment to make sure the rear toe is correct. The steering wheel is off just a shade to the right, about right there. So looking at the gauges, it's just a little bit, it should be roughly there. And yeah, it's got 259,573 kilometers on it, and it's going to live for a little bit longer. Customer is going to pay attention to that oil level in the rear diff and top it up as required. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.